Hey, what's going on everyone? Simpsons Man here, and today we're going to be talking about these new Funko Bitty Pops, so stick around and let's talk about them. Alright, so for most of you, this is not new news. This has been around now for at least a month or so, and to be honest, I just haven't had a lot of time to make a bunch of Simpsons news videos just because I'm building a new Simpsons room. I'm pretty much done with my Simpsons room now, so I'm going to be deep diving back into the Simpsons news content. Also, I have made a few videos over the past month or so, and I kind of was holding off on this because a lot of Simpsons collectors aren't the hugest fans of anything to do with Funko. I know a lot of personal friends of mine that are huge Simpsons collectors that have actually sold all their Funkos just because over the past couple years, they just keep churning these out, and some have not been so great, but some have. And if you're just a completionist like me, I've already kind of been so deep into the Funko game that of course I'm going to collect them all. So let's talk about these new Bitty Pops that are going to be dropping as early as next month. It is currently the end of May right now, and these are slated to arrive in June of 2025. I'm not exactly sure when in June, but they are saying just mid or the beginning of June. And we're going to be getting 16 Bitty Pops that are from The Simpsons. So far, the only Bitty Pop that we have ever seen with The Simpsons was this Bitty Pop Town. It came with a Quickie Mart piece, and it also came with Bart Simpson holding a squishy. And whenever we did that video, I definitely talked about how cool it would be if they made more places in the town. So if we got like a school, or if we got a police station, because we're getting all of these Bitty Pops, but now it'd be really cool to get like just a variation of the different places in Springfield. Maybe that'll happen, but we'll have to wait and find out. So with the new Bitty Pop Simpsons, there's going to be 4 different 4-packs that are going to be released. And I'm not sure if they strategically did this or not, but if you notice that, you know, like the average Joe, they might want to just get like the family, because a lot of times when they get the Simpsons, they might want to just collect the 5 of the family. Well, they put the 5 different family members across all 4 of the packs. So if you're one of those collectors that want to do that, then you're going to have to buy all 4. Or if you're kind of someone like me or other collectors, you're going to be getting all 4 anyways. And also, I had to do a little bit of research on these because I do not know anything about these Bitty Pops and how the chase works, but I'll get to that in a little bit. Also, if you noticed on the box, each one of the boxes are going to come with a Bitty display shelf that all 4 of your Bitty Pops are going to be able to slide right on into it. And they are stackable. So if you're buying either all 4 or maybe just like 1 or 2 of the packs, you can actually stack the shelves on top of each other, which honestly makes it great for like collectors, or even if you just want to kind of put them like on your work desk, because now you don't have to worry about a bunch of them just scattered around everywhere. They're going to be stacked up in a nice little shelf. So we'll just kind of go through one by one, and I'll kind of explain the chase as I go. So for instance, this first box, we see 4 different Bitty Pops on the front of the box. We see Bart Simpson, we see Mr. Burns, Krusty the Clown with some weird looking smile, and Lard Lad. But this is the quote unquote fun part. This is the part that I was talking about for the chase. So if you look at the back of the box, we'll just say we'll just call this like wave 1 just for the video purposes. So wave 1, we have Burns, Bart, and Krusty. And then you see there is a Bartman on the right hand side that says 1 out of 6. You have a 1 out of 6 chance of getting Bartman as your 4th figure. And if you are not so lucky, that 4th figure could be a repeat or a double of literally anything else that's included in the 16 different characters. And I wasn't even sure about that, but I watched a couple YouTube videos of some people opening like some Toy Story ones and some Star Wars ones, and I was noticing that was the trend. I did notice that people were getting their chase from their pack, but I also noticed they were just getting like a random other figure. So you might get a Marge, or you might get a Scratchy, or you might actually get the chase. And yes, that does kind of bite, because if you're a completionist like me, I'm spending what, $15 a pack on these? So roughly 60 something dollars with tax to get all 4 packs. And then what happens? I'm not able to actually complete all 16 of them if my luck is kind of crappy. Like, I do not like those odds at all. 1 out of 3 chance for Lard Lad and Police Chief Wiggum. That's kind of cool. But for Fallout Boy and Bartman, a 1 out of 6 chance is wild. I have placed a pre-order on Entertainment Earth for these. I'm assuming that these are going to be at like Walmart and Target eventually, but to be honest, I've only seen one of the Bart Simpson Bitty Pop Town. Like, I think it was at Target, and this was like a while ago, but that's the only time I've ever seen it. I'm only really looking for stuff when I go to like Walmart and Target. I don't really have any kind of like toy stores or anything like where I live. So maybe you will get lucky and your local toy store that carries Funkos might actually have a bunch of these in stock. Also, I'll add before we move on to the second set of these is that you can't even see what the mystery one is, obviously, because it's a mystery and they don't want to spoil the surprise. So here is an example of a Toy Story one, and this is what the box on the outside is going to look like. So you're going to be able to see 3 of them right off the bat. It's going to tell you that the display shelf is included, but then it's going to have a mystery pop for the 4th one. And no, you won't be able to like kind of open the box up a little bit because they actually have a black plastic over the mystery box. So the only way you're going to be able to see it is if you purchase it and open the box and then open the actual seal that's around the mystery box. So this might be an expensive find because, you know, like I said, if you're trying to get all of them and you've just spent $60 on all 4 packs and then you realize, oh man, I'm still missing 2 of the chase ones. Now you're going back and hopefully finding the chase in one of the sets that you missed. Now, I did want to front load the video with all of the information, like the price, when to get it, what's all going to be included, because I wanted to let everyone know that information before we go through each one of the packs. So let's talk about another one. So the second one that we'll talk about is, we'll just call it Wave 2. We'll have Maggie, Homer Simpson, and Barney Gumble. We're going to ignore the 4th picture on this one being Bartman because we know that it's going to have a question mark over it and it's going to be a mystery chase one. The only one thing that I'm kind of confused about, and maybe someone in the comments could let me know, is usually whenever you get a chase of something, so let's just say Funko had a chase with the Simpsons with a glow-in-the-dark Mr. Burns. There was a regular kind of translucent looking glow-in-the-dark Mr. Burns, and the chase one was a bright green one. So my only question is there going to be a chase of the Bartman so you could get a Bartman for the 4th one? And is there going to be a special chase version with like maybe his hands opened up or holding a comic book? Because I would think it would be something along the lines of that. Usually a chase is a variation of something that's already in there. So if we have a chase of, let's just say, Police Chief Wiggum, maybe the regular mystery one is with him holding a donut, but the chase version is with him holding, I don't know, just some other thing like a baton or something. If that's the case, it's going to get even crazier because then you're going to be chasing even 4 more on top of the 16 that are going to be available. I'm not too sure about that. I was actually going to go to Target today and buy just 2 random packs, but honestly, I don't feel like spending $30 on some Toy Story Bitty Pops. I'm just going to wait and find out for myself. And obviously, once I do get these in, I'll open them up on camera just so we can kind of find everything out for ourselves live on stream. And also, I didn't mention this before, which I guess I should have. I have a link down in my bio, so if you want to go ahead and pre-order these from Entertainment Earth, you'll have the link down there, so go ahead and pick them up. All right, so for the next ones, we have Scratchy, we have Grandpa Simpson, Lisa, and the mystery one. And we'll just go ahead and knock out wave 4 as well. And wave 4 is going to be Itchy, Marge Simpson, Mo Sislak, and the mystery one. So like, as I'm making this video, I'm just kind of realizing like about the chase thing, and I'm still kind of confused about it. So if you that are watching the video, if you know obviously more information about it, please let me know in the comments, because I'm just kind of curious about it. But I'm just seeing if the chase is going to be a variation of the rare one. So example, we do get a Bartman with the first wave, or the chase version is a Bartman, but it's a different pose. I'm still super confused about this, so either let me know in the comments, or I'll just have to wait until they actually come out. So to recap, Entertainment Earth has these for pre-order. I have the link in my bio. They're going to be $15 a piece. I'm making this video towards the end of May. It does say it's estimated to come out in June, which is possibly going to be coming out in a few days or in a few weeks. I'm not exactly sure when, but I did hear it was going to be either the first or second week of June. And there are going to be 4 different packs in total, 16 different ones, or maybe 20, depending on how the chase works out. So if you're completionist, or if you just like collecting in general, I would definitely pick these up. You might not want to pick up every single one of these. These are super small, by the way. I remember the Bart Simpson wasn't even an inch. I think I did look this up earlier, and it's just shy of an inch, or maybe like a little bit smaller than an inch. So yeah, these are pretty small. Or that might be big to some people. I don't know. Either way, I'm going to pick it up, and that is going to be it for today's video. So as always, thank you so much for listening in on another one of my Simpsons videos. I'm back making Simpsons news. I'm going to just pop it out as much as I can once I do get the information about toys, video games, movies, a con, anything that's out there. You know, I try my best to put it out there on my YouTube channel. So if you are listening, please like the video if you did like the content, and subscribe if you're not a subscriber already. And I'll talk to you in the next one. See ya.